Hei alle sammen. Hi everyone. Ja, i dag det 1. januar. Yes, today it is January 1st. Kan du tro at vi har kommet oss igjennom 2020? Can you believe that we've gotten through 2020? Og nå det 2021, og det jeg glad for. And now it is 2021 and I'm happy about that. Så i dag, ja, først av alt vil jeg si godt nyttår. First of all, I would like to say Happy New Year. Og jeg håper det blir et bra år, and I hope it will be a good year. Så jeg tenkte i dag at jeg skulle snakke litt om grammatikk, om ordet som. Og jeg skal dele en side her med dere. Så et øyeblikk her. I'm going to share this. Today, I'm going to talk about some grammar. I'm going to share this page with you here. We're going to talk about the word some. Yes, we use some in Norwegian in different ways, but it's a subjunction. In Norwegian, we say subjunction. And some is how we say it. We use it in the place of a thing, an item that you've just talked about. And we always put it in front of right after the item that we talked about. So here we have some examples. Jeg fikk en ny bil som jeg straks tok i bruk. I got a new car that I started driving right away. And as we can see here, some comes right after car. So we know that we're referring to the car here. So some takes the place of car, so I don't have to mention it again. So we know here that I'm talking about the car that I started driving right away and nothing else, and not something else that I started driving. And then we have another example here. Jenta som hadde gått til naboen ville leke med Bernice. So translated, the girl who had gone to the neighbor wanted to play with Bernice. And again, jenta, the girl. And right after that, I'm then using some as referring back to the girl. And she's the one who had gone to the neighbor and wants to play with Bernice. Another example is Du leste en bok som han ikke likte. And translated, that means you read a book that he didn't like. And again, some here takes the place of book, and it comes right after book. Then we know we're talking a book. It's the book that he didn't like and not something else. So yeah, if you use some in a wrong way, it can have a little more humoristic meaning to it, which then you say the wrong thing. So here we have feil bruk av som, wrong usage of the word som. Okay, so first we have this example here, and how would the meaning if you use it in a wrong way. Okay, bil til salgs hos dame som har stått i garasjen i 3 år. So here we have, and this is what it means. Car to sales, car for sale from a lady who has been in the garage for 3 years. So because I put some right after lady, then I think you're referring to the lady that she's been in the garage for 3 years and not the car that's for sale. So that's why you can have confusion here. So if I wanted to make it clear that it's the car I'm talking about, not the lady, I would say, en dame har en bil til salgs som har stått i garasjen i 3 år. So I would put bil right before I write down the word som. Okay, so there's no confusion. Here we have another example of a sentence with some where you get the wrong meaning if you put the thing that you're referring to not right before some. Jeg fikk appelsiner av en venn som var i kjøleskapet. I received some oranges from a friend that was in the refrigerator. So because I have en venn right in front of some, then I think it's the refrigerator. It's the friend who's in the refrigerator and not the oranges. So we want to make sure we're putting appelsiner right before some. So it would be better for me to say en venn ga meg appelsiner som var i kjøleskapet. Okay, so I hope you see the difference between with some there, how it does make a difference where you put some and the meaning of it. Okay, and also here we have two more examples of using some the wrong way. Naboen min leide en leilighet hos fru Hansen som var delvis möblert. And the translation to that is, my neighbor rented an apartment from Mrs. Hansen that was partly furnished. So here, how, because some comes right after Fru Hansen, then I think it's that she is the one who's partly furnished, not the apartment. And we know that can't be correct, right? So it's the apartment that's partly furnished. So I want to say, naboen min, or Fru Hansen leide ut en leilighet som var delvis möblert till naboen min. And I want to put the some right after leilighet. So I know that that's what we're talking about, that's what's partly furnished. And then we have here the last example. Vi fick 1000 kroner av en sponsor som ble brukt till lekeplass i 10 år. Okay, and translated, that means we received 1,000 kroners from a sponsor that was used as a playground for 10 years. And because here again, I'm using some right after sponsor, I then think you're talking about the sponsor that was used as a playground and not using the money to get a playground. So that again, that would be kind of a, the wrong meaning, and it would make a funny sentence, right? So the sponsor wasn't used as a playground for 10 years, but we used the money to get a playground that was used for 10 years. So the playground is used for 10 years. And there's a couple of incidences where we don't always have to have some in the sentence as well. So for example, katten som jag hade köpt var riktigt snäll. The cat who I had bought was really nice. And again, we don't need to have some here. That's why I have in parentheses. We could just also say katten jag hade köpt var riktigt snäll. Okay. So yeah, the cat I had bought was really nice. And the second example, gensen som jag brukte var tämligen skitten. The sweater that I used was very dirty. And again, I don't have to put some in there. I can just say, gensen jag brukte var tämligen skitten. The sweater I wore was very dirty. So yeah, so that's a little bit about some. Again, just remember when you're using some, just always remember to put it right after the thing that you're mentioning. That is taking the place of, like here, jenta, som, the girl who. And also, and bok, som, and we're talking about the book here, so we want to make sure we're putting some right after and book, because that's what we're talking about. So, yeah, and hopefully that helps. And so I'm gonna stop sharing here, I think. Yeah, there we go. Super. So like I said, I hope you have a really good, that you had a really good Happy New Year celebration. Might have been a little different this year because of COVID, but you could spend time with your family. And and I will see you later. Vi ses senere. Ha det bra. Bye.